Cameron with TGK Entertainment. Thanks for tuning in. This is our first video for our YouTube page. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can get all the newest updates from TGK Entertainment. What I wanted to do is take a minute and explain to you 5 reasons why you shouldn't record your own music. I just wrote a blog about it and we released it earlier today, and this is kind of an off-the-cuff impromptu video. But what better way to start our channel than with our first blog that we posted. Well, first off, let me explain to you, there are benefits to doing your own music. When you record at home, you can, for $500 or less, you can set up your own studio at home. You can record anytime you want to. You can record as much as you want to at any time you want to, all for whatever you spent to set up your studio. That's great. However, there are a couple things that you're going to notice when you record that's going to affect the quality and the outcome of your recording. So first thing is, you're going to get what I call tunnel hearing. Basically, when you have tunnel vision, you only see one thing because you're focused on it and you can't see anything else that's coming at you. It's the same kind of thing with tunnel hearing. When you record a part over and over and over and over and over again, and then if you're in a band and you sing it over and over again, and then you track your guitarist over and over and over again, and you track your drummer over and over and over again, or if you're playing those parts too and singing them and being the recording engineer, and you have to go back and listen for whatever one is the best take, you're going to eventually kind of become deaf to what you're hearing, to what you're playing, to what you're going to be trying to find the best track or the best take and balance things out, and you're not going to be able to because you heard it so many times. Your ears are going to get tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. That's one of the reasons why it's great to have a separate recording engineer. He has a fresh take on it. He can hear things that you may not have noticed. He can make suggestions. He can do a lot of things that you may not be able to do after you are so focused on playing and recording that you may not be able to do the best at engineering as well. And to go hand in hand with that, our second thing is fatigue. A lot of times when you are trying to do everything yourself, you get worn out way quicker. If let's just say all you're doing is tracking vocals, and you're doing your lead lines, you're doing your ad-libs, you're doing backing vocals, harmonies, then you're having to go in and mix and then edit it and again find the best tracks, you're going to physically get tired. Imagine doing that for 8 to 10 hours a day for several days in a row. An engineer, separate from you, separate from your band, your act, however you're set up, will take that stress off you, will take a lot of that fatigue out of it and make your recording that much more enjoyable and produce a better sound and a better overall project. The third thing is, when you record your own stuff, you'll have too much time. And a lot of people are thinking, well, how is too much time recording a bad thing? When you go in the studio, you're recording, either for the day or for the hour, and you're paying for that. And so you have to squeeze in as much as you can in that little bit of time. So more time is better, especially if it's free time. Yes, but one negative to that is that when you have your own time, you may drag things out. You'll have less time, or you'll have more time in between takes, and you'll have more time between the start and the finish, and then what in the studio would take only a couple of hours because you have an engineer or a producer kind of keeping you on point, keeping you on focus, becomes something that takes days or weeks, and then it's done being recorded, but then you may take a while to get back to mixing it, you may take a while to get back to mastering it. It may not sound right to you, you may not like it, you may overthink it, and then you may never release it, or you may take way too long to release it. So sometimes too much time is a bad thing. The fourth thing is there's a lack of investment. I always say that if you believe in your craft or your product or your music or whatever it is, you'll pay for it even if nobody else will. If you don't pay for your stuff, why would anybody else? So in that same sense, if you're not going to pay for recording, why would anybody else pay for your music? And I'm not saying you have to spend thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars to release one song or a couple of songs. But if you're not willing to pay somebody who's a professional, who's going to have a better sense of recording than you do, why is anybody else going to pay for something that's not going to sound as good as these other artists who have invested in themselves? When you pay to record somewhere else, you're showing that you have a confidence in your art and your craft, and that other people can have that same confidence. So spend a little bit of money and invest in yourself. Other people will be a lot more likely to invest in you if you invest in yourself. The last thing is, if you record at home or in a home studio or wherever and you do it by yourself, you're going to miss a lot of experiences. Part of being in a band or being an artist is performing live, going on tour, and recording. And if you're recording at home in your closet that you've turned into a vocal booth, which there's nothing wrong with that, but if that's what you're doing, you're missing out on a big part of the artistry. And that is going into a studio, being catered to by the staff of a recording studio. It doesn't happen in all studios. Some studios are small and they have terrible personal skills, and they just want your money and they just want to record you. And they don't care about your time there. They just want to get you in and get you out and mix your stuff and move on to the next one. But when you find a great studio, and I've worked at some great studios where they take care of you, they go out and get your food, they take care of you in the studio as far as what you have to eat, to drink. They make sure everything that you want is there. That's something that you can't really experience unless you go to an actual studio. And when you're at a studio working with a real producer or a real engineer, you're going to experience things working with them that you wouldn't working by yourself at home. They're going to be able to give you input on things. They're going to be able to give you advice and suggestions, maybe change this or take this out. Again, things that you won't get if you're doing it all by yourself at home. So those are the 5 reasons that I believe it's better to record in a studio with a separate engineer or a separate producer. You can still be involved in the recording process. You can still have a lot of opinions. All artists do. So you're not missing out on anything. Sure, you're going to have to come out of pocket a little bit, and you're going to have to, put some money into it. But again, if it's worth it to you, you'll pay the money, and other people will pay the money to hear what you put into it. I hope this helps you out. I hope this has inspired you to get into a studio and to experience that. If it has, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel. We'll be putting out some more stuff coming up soon. Thanks for watching. This, again, is Cameron with TGK Entertainment. We'll see you next time.